For you today is just a really neutral matte look, so let's get started. I use my Lacura face primer today. I normally don't use a primer, but I only use a little daub like that, and I just apply it all over my face. I don't know why my computer is frozen at all. There we go. I just apply it all over my face because my moisturiser just wasn't enough this morning. Normally I don't use a primer, but today I felt like it was necessary. Then while my primer is soaking in, I'm just using my e.l.f. eyebrow kit as usual, and I'm really just going to show you how I do my brows. I just fill them in with a gel thing first, and then I go over it with the powder. Nothing too technical, just, filling them in. I do take a bit longer nowadays to fill them in because I don't like to have the gel everywhere on my face, but yeah, I'm sorry if this is a bit boring, this part for you to watch, but it's just the way I edited the video. So I'll go over it with the powder again in the end just to make sure it's all done. The e.l.f. eyebrow kit is very, very bold, so if you're looking for natural looking brows, and even if you're just using the powder from it, it's still really bold, so I would steer clear of it if you don't like your brows really bold, but I do. Sometimes I try to make them look natural, but it just doesn't work. And then the foundation I use is my CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. This is in 810. Normally I think when I'm not fake tanned I should be 805. And my computer's frozen again. So I apply that with my Chi Chi sponge all over my face. My computer's probably not frozen to you, it is to me though. I just apply that all over my face with my Chi Chi sponge, and then I realised I grabbed the wrong colour. I do have a darker shade in this that actually matches me, and I realised I grabbed the wrong one. Because my CoverGirl foundation is one of my most expensive, I do keep it in the drawer rather than out on my table. And I grabbed the wrong shade. I grabbed the one that was too light, but oh well, for the sake of the video I'm just going to keep rolling with it. I've forgotten how much I love this foundation because I've bought so many lately that I've been using them instead of this, and I was actually just laughing at my brother, sorry. I forgot how good this looks on camera. I really like it. And by the way, my Chi Chi sponge is stained, it's not actually dirty. And then I realised the full scale of how much it actually didn't match. I know my tan under my neck's really bad. So I went over with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer and the Bow Professional Eye Brightener pen. Firstly I used the concealer, and then before I blend it in, I used the Bow one. So I put the concealer in a triangle underneath my eyes, and then down my nose, a little like crow feet shape on my forehead, a little bit above my lip, and a line on my chin. And then I just go over it with the Bow pen, mostly underneath my eyes and on my top lip and on my forehead, but I do put a little bit down my nose and on my chin as well. I find this just helps keep my under eyes bright, because when I put powder on top, sometimes the concealer actually ends up going darker, like oxidizing almost, and my face looks really flat, so I found this pen actually just keeps my concealer bright. So yeah. It is really thick though, so I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna have to use like the whole thing before I know how I feel about it though. Then I just used my Bow Professional Full Coverage Concealer today as my eyeshadow primer, because I was working with matte colours. I do prefer this concealer as a primer when I'm using matte colours. So I just put that on my eyelids, and then I just blended it in with my Chi Chi sponge because I was too lazy to use my fingers today. Then I got my e.l.f. under eye concealer and highlighter using the highlighter side. I just put that on the tops of my cheekbones, my left side, my right side, and also a little bit on my top lip. And again, blending that in just with my Chi Chi sponge like I do with everything else. Then I did wait a couple of minutes for it to dry. So I got my Aldi powder, as you can, this is my old one, which is too dark, so that's why I'm using it all on tan. And I just got that fluffy contouring brush, and I actually just set my concealer that was on my eyelid to stop it from creasing and to give the highlighter a chance to set, so that I then now go over and powder the rest of my face. I pat the powder on rather than actually like swiping my brush. So then I got my Australis contour kit, and I used the neutral one, the neutral contour colour to start off my contour. Now on camera it looks like it wasn't blended out, but it actually really was. My camera is probably just not the best quality, so that's probably why. I just can't get over how good that foundation looks on camera. I didn't know it was that good. And I contoured down my nose as well. Contouring and bronzing are probably the one thing I lack skills in that well, so yeah. Then I got my Aldi contour palette. I don't really like this one for contouring, but I just got the warmer colour, and I actually just use those for actual bronzers. Today I wanted a bit of a warmer bronzer because my foundation was so light, even though it still didn't make it look any darker. But it just gave a bit of dimension to my face. I don't know if you can really tell, but it just gave a bit of dimension to my face and made me look a bit healthier. Then I got my Essence I Heart Brazil blush. This is matte and it's a really hot pink, and I just apply that to my face really lightly at first because it is quite pigmented and bright. So I applied it just really lightly at first. And I would rather build the colour up than put too much on at once, because that can be quite embarrassing. Now I just got this grey taupey colour along with this skin tone neutral colour. I mixed them together and I just put that on my eyelid. Just with a flat eyeshadow brush. This one's by Avon, but you can use whatever brush you want. These colours are really pigmented, but rather than just packing it on, I do like to put it on lightly so that I don't put too much on. Then I got this, I'd say, medium brown colour. It's matte as well. And I just applied that into my crease lightly. Started blending it out really well. Again, this brush is from Avon. I think all the brushes I used today are from Avon. On my eyes, not my face. I don't know, I can't remember. But yeah. I'm sorry. I'm not editing that out. So yeah, I'm just blending that into my crease because I wanted it really like blown out. Then I got this really darker chocolate brown. Again, it's matte, and I just put that over the top just to create more dimension in my face. In my eye. And I'm sorry, my camera decided not to focus. So I just blended that in even more just to kind of give myself a lot more dimension, focusing on the outer V of my eye. Then I got this matte peachy shade. It was on the bottom layer of that palette, and I used that as my highlight colour, and I put that in my inner corner as well, mainly focusing on the highlight under my brow bone. Then I got this semi-shimmery white, very tiny bit, and I put that under my brow bone and on the inner corner of my eye. Not enough for you to tell it was shimmery, but it was enough for it to just catch the light and make it look even brighter. Then I used my Maybelline gel liner. This is just in black. This is my favourite eyeliner of all time at the moment. I use just the brush it comes with. I don't bother buying another brush. Although I think soon I'm going to go and buy the e.l.f. Gel eyeliner brush thing that they have. Just because I want to experiment to see which one's better. Because sometimes the Maybelline one I kind of like mess up my wings. So yeah, I'll just apply that with the brush, and I'm sorry if it looks really jaggedy. I forgot to wash the brush last time. I usually wash it after each time I use it, but I forgot last time and it was a bit, I don't know, stiff. But anyway, I tried my best. Then I just got rid of a little bit of the fallout from the eyeshadows. I just got this matte black, and this is probably the darkest matte black I've ever used. And I just set my eyeliner with that. I usually set my eyeliner anyway. It just made it darker, filled in all the lines and anything that I might have missed, and just made it stand out more. Then I just got the same two colours I used on my lid, and I run them along my lower lash line, kind of smoking them out a little bit, but not too much. Again, with an angle brush, and then I just got the darker brown colour I used in my crease and ran that over the top. And blended out my crease a bit. Then I used my Maybelline, the Falsies, this is the waterproof mascara. This one's just in black, I think. I don't know. I'm in two different mindsets about it. Sometimes I absolutely love it, and other days I don't really like it. So I think I'll have to use it a little bit more. Of course, I will use up the tube. I use up a whole tube of mascara before I throw it out. I do not throw it out every 3 months because I think that's just a waste, because things are so expensive in Australia that there's no point in throwing it out every 3 months. And because I had a mascara since December, I opened Christmas Eve, and it only ran out about a week ago, so yeah. And then I got my Rimmel eyeliner in black. As you can see, it is slowly running out, but I'm going to use it all up, and I just put that on my waterline. Very basic, very simple. And there we go, that's your eyes done. So just showing you a quick look. It's just very, very simple, something you could do for work or school, or even just on an everyday basis if you don't have a lot of time. Then for my lips, I use my Maybelline lipstick in Honey Beige. I freaking love this colour. So I just apply that to my lips like you normally would, straight from the bullet. Yeah, this is probably my new Holy Grail nude lipstick, that paired with my NYX Butter Gloss, and you're good to go for me. My favourite nude lip, but today I decided that I was going to keep that Honey Beigey colour, and I just wanted something a little bit lighter, like in the centre of my lips, because it looked a bit flat. So I used the Rebel Bloom lipstick in Barely Bloomed. This is the only one I have in that collection. Number 700. It's just a really light peachy colour almost, and I just applied that in the centre of my lips. It wasn't too bright to stand out, but it was enough to just, I don't know, give my lips some noticeable dimension. And there we have it, you are done. I'm sorry my hair looks so weird. The braids were pinned back earlier, but I had to pull the bobby pins out. I had a headache. So there we go, that is the completed look. My lips are two different, they're oddly shaped. So I'll see you next time, bye.